They've looked fantastic on this map.
Martine has snuck all the way up close, fighting Durka on just a dry peek. Not a bad start, catching him completely off guard and sending FNATIC into a bit of a frenzy. They can't contain that A side anymore. Playing a little bit further back on the stairs, it'll be Chronicle spotting for walk-ups. The real idea from the defensive side, the hope is that the push comes in towards the B site where they have that Cypher set up to the cam for mid. At least they have put down the Viper wall. This is going to help them sneak out of position that we've seen before. Shock Dart kills coming in onto the Narrate. Pardon me. Martine and Tamazi tagged extremely low by that utility. They have to take some fights to try and secure the control, but no one's really in fighting form that's up close. Look at Martine. No utility to try to take these fights. Element of surprise is what he's relying on, or his teammate Shin. Somehow picked up two, but both players remaining are low, and, well, Alpha can't find Martine. That'll close it.
At any moment, Chronicle, though, under a little bit of pressure. He goes down. That could be another gun into their hands. He's at least taken down one, but that was only a pistol player. So a real opportunity for KC to get themselves an upgrade.
I mean, the fact that Tamazi's still sticking around, that position could be very valuable in mid, but no one is making their way towards it. Holding off on the doors, not good for post-plant. Players on site need to stay alive. Aggressive spots Martine, good to take the first. That's Boaster down. Durka even putting out the decoy, not following up on the back of it. They're just biding their time and taking these fights. Eventually it has to come through. Narrate dropped. Okay, site control isn't great, but the flank from Tamazi is expected. Leo turned on a dime to take him down. Now the site control doesn't really have that backup, but the time's running low, as is the HP for KC. Tucked in, Magnum doesn't stand a chance, and what can you do from Martine's spot too far away? Even before that, Martine looks to remedy it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's just using the ult up close to yellow, causing confusion, TPing the mid and taking down Durka. Huge impact in this round already in pushing and pulling FNATIC, getting the site control and a plant on the back of it, but Chronicle picks up one. He's made this a bit more manageable for the squad. Sure, FNATIC have a weakness still. Boaster. Oh, Boaster coming in with a stinger, upgraded at least. But the Viper's pit now puts a thorn in the side of this FNATIC retake, and that makes it a little bit worse. That late lurk out of Tamazi too. We don't even get to see it because it's Martine picking up the kill instead. The Hunter's Fury slows them, does damage, allows Alpha to get even closer. Now tucked in the corner. I mean, he's not getting out of here, surely. One more kill makes it worthwhile, buys time for Leo to get into position and catch Martine completely unaware. A shot onto Shin leaves Tamazi alone against the whole squad of FNATIC. A flank underway from Durka. Chronicle and Boaster holding sight, but it will be Durka with the challenge. Oh, in fact, no. With limited time, Tamazi has to go forward unless he was going to save, which I thought was the call. Either way, that will be denied. It will be impossible for KC to find any value with no one being here. Quick CP in, decoy leading the charge. First to be hit, perhaps. In fact, it's Chronicle. And Boaster dropped by the man himself. Martine's having one hell of a start to this. Even last round, you saw Alpha having to constantly switch his crosshair back and forth, wary of that TP, and that's exactly why the damage is done. And FNATIC, seconds into the round, Tom, they're faced with a retake or a save.
The amount of kills he's getting, and they're actually going to try and use that Hunter's Fury to get themselves a freebie. Huge. Taking out Alfia is a massive kill on the site as well. You mentioned Chronicle here with his ult, but may not even have an opportunity to use it. In fact, he's gone. Durka managed one as a trade, but with the site fallen completely, the ultimate lost, it may be irrelevant.
That's a nasty spot out of Narrate as well. It doesn't look like he's going to get value from the rotations of FNATIC back through, but filling back in that space. The late flank, I doubt will play any role. He's going to go for it anyways. All they have to do on site is delay, and they've got exactly what they need for that. Close flash from Martine. Gate crash out. Staggered them. Narrate stays down by the doors, and here's his reward for his patience. Boaster's cross, completely unaware. There's the snake bite confirming his position. Narrate, he's going to have a smile on his face after that one, and I think that kill has forced FNATIC into a save. But here's the thing. Narrate grabs a kill on the doors, and he says, I know where you like to save. I've never seen this.
The fact is, though, I feel like it's more likely that Alpha's dead before they walk into the trip. So I think it was for his dash. It almost worked. I'm on the crossfire aggressively. Has worked out for Chronicle. Okay, he's definitely not sleeping anymore. 3 kills in this round. Denied any space into the site. Shin's still standing though, and this man is always good in the clutch.
30 seconds
Timing there almost got the better of him. There's a drone on the way.
Spike planted.
His reposition will be spotted, most likely, and indeed, yes. Oh, now revealed. And they can approach this one together. Boaster and Leo. Leo's clutches have been out of this world. Another reveal goes through. They know exactly where he is. Shocky's on the way. Shin around the left, looking for the angle. He could isolate a duel, and he did, but the shot wasn't landed, and now this becomes so much more difficult. First snakebite used. Buying a little bit of time, another chance, but this time not hit either. Snakebite's good. He saw it land. He knows he's safe for a moment, but hold on, there's a little bit of a gap. They've tapped it, and Shin doesn't want to go swinging. He's only 57 HP. Pros don't fake, but this time they did. It doesn't matter. A second about to be seen. That's the operator now. Taken stock of, and I think they might even have caught Shin. Flashed as he's back into this corner. Somewhere he's found so much success in the past. And now an angle that forces Shin into taking another fight, one that Alpha will win. And a decoy even tanks the first shot of the operator, but the Blade Storm backup is good enough to win the day. 2 versus 2. And the spike still to be defused. Nice shot from Narrate. Even at the blades ready again, just in case Leo was that little bit closer. And the tap draws him out into the open. The dash used, one knife at a time. He'll close this one out as the seconds fade. And Leo, well, he was going to take Tamazi down with him one way or another, that spike.
Normally a lot of delay, but Narrate's already through. He's already in. Boaster's gone within seconds, and actually so is Alpha. This is meant to be a setup that's difficult to break down. They've just walked in like they own the place. Even with an ultimate use, there's barely even a tickle of damage. They're just going to have to save. And in fact, there's not anyone left to save. Leo's running away. The rest of the team are already dead. KC are utterly dominating right now.
And they're not giving him any quarter either. Look at Shin's spot. He's waiting on A. They know this player hasn't fully wrapped back yet. Don't know if they will clear this angle. In fact, they did. They definitely will. Guns looking, shots fired, good connection by Leo. That's 2 under his belt already. Another 1v1 fight. It's not even for the round anymore, it's only for the weapon in his hands. For the few credits that they could string through because they're low on credits. They need this. 3, 4, in fact, Leo standing alone against all of KC. Again, even the ace wouldn't win him the round, but style points would certainly be accrued. 4 bullets left, a player right on top, and Shin. Orb retrieved, you won't see that for too much longer, and put on the right-hand side of sight with Boaster dropped. That pit inside a tube is now gone, it's wide open. And the cage used actually buys a little space for Tamazi. Nice shot. Alpha's keeping it competitive. Still a 3v3. Still the spike needs to be planted. Magnum is sitting way, way back, but he's on his way now, spike in hand, to grab this plant actually around the side. He's going for where the orb is.
Ahead.
Just to try and give them vision of it if they were to fall back. A lot of damage still done onto Leo. Durka as well is going to be desperately low on HP. And Magnum's already going to find out the danger man. Can Durka get anything done? He's not going to last much longer, and now it's left all onto Alpha. He'll meet the same fate.
And it's not even about winning this map. It's the utter devastation. It's how convincing it's been so far. We need to see FNATIC show up in this pistol round. Yes, a good start for Alpha here. That's what we want to see.
Well, 9-3 yesterday, first map. They won it.
They did.
I'm not saying they're going to do it again because this has been a very different look. Been incredibly clean, but just giving you the facts. This round looking pretty good. Tamazi needs to connect the shot, and while they are aggressive, they're looking to not just win this round, but win it clean at that. Not a single player.
Are being heard. There's 2 that he can hear on his way. We can see Narrate is close as well. Big opportunity for Alpha here, and he converts it. 2 kills. The FNATIC squad now seem to have this one locked in. The damage done to Magnum is significant. Double flank on the double doors. This is going to leave no room for KC to get onto that site. Boaster just needs to slow them down somewhat. There's his first kill. He's on the board, as our FNATIC, not just with 2 in a row. They're about to make it 3.
Shin is still here. Can still try and do a little bit of damage before he falls, but FNATIC will do it.
Doesn't seem to die. Narrate. Oh, he's out of here. He is out of here. Dash at least secures him a second lease of life, but Tamazi becomes the new target. Durka up close, not going to be caught by a decoy, but TPing onto the backside now. Good position to play from as the wall drops, but Martin behind a wall of his own swings out into Durka. Good trade back. FNATIC keep the control and extend upon it with Magnum down and Narrate very low. Yeah, I think the call has been made. A save yet again. A lot of these rounds have gone down like that. A burst of aggression and an immediate save call. That he saw Magnum on the way through. but definitely two towards the backside. There's the flash. Magnum spotted now, but he won't be taken down. It's Magnum to catch the jump on him, but Chronicle with double trades, keeping the numbers favored, keeping a bit of side control, forcing Shin into the open. He didn't want to leave Tamazi out to dry this time. Narrate doesn't either. Nice shot from the side, another. They keep peeking the up. Now they beat Tamazi. A mistake they might not live to regret. Double digits on the cards for KC in this of all rounds, and it's a reveal on Boaster that gets it. A wonderful trap from Tamazi, getting chance at taking this man down. Despite the damage done, no kill for Shin, but they have the info that the A play is where it's coming in. Hunter's Fury burn.
Surprised he managed to live to tell the tale, unfortunately. Narrate has not played a big part in the last round. Martin already gone, but Magnum's found a trade. And in the afterplant already, this is not going to get any easier. Boaster starting to step up, start to see some life in the IGL's individual capabilities. But more importantly, just sticking it out, staying alive, and with the remaining three of FNATIC not really giving anything over to the KC members. This almost has to be a save, but with the amount of finances that are still available for FNATIC, they're going to go hunting.
One enemy remaining.
It's done a little bit of extra damage. The main worry, though, is just those post plants. Like how far away a couple of the FNATIC players are. Still got a fragment available. Dirk is already going to pick off one. He's the bodyguard. They've got a backup plan that they might not even need. He's still up close, just looking to try and finally get out of there. But there's Boaster on the lurk. A second kill already coming up for him. And for Shin, as said, he's attempted many a clutch, but this is not going to be one of them.
That also doesn't help, and they've droned it out, sending players through this angle now to clear all their bases. Magnum, Stinger in hand. Tamazi, nothing to work with because he's been domed out by Alfier. Quick shot from the op, and well, 45 HP. I'm not believing in this one. Let's see how much the Stinger can do, and it's absolutely nothing. Okay, Narrate, same position almost, manages to find one.
Knight's already dead.
And there you go. He got his comeuppance. Alfier on the operator, dishing out exactly what he was dealt earlier.
You can see, though, that Chronicle is playing anti-flash. His only goal is to dodge that flash. He shoots, and he's going to go down. Nice work from the side of KC. Finally, some light at the end of a very dark tunnel. Spike down. All right, he's going to try and keep hold of that control. Dirk has already been spotted and forced back, but it means they can group up and try and fight this one. Well, I was going to say together. Wasn't together. Alpha looks to try and turn the tide, and Narrate has just taken over this round. In fact, he's even going to get the wall bang at the end.
TP used up, plant to be played in, and on the back of it, Viper's Pit to secure it. Now, this actually doesn't reach to the plant yet again. It's just locking down a little bit of map control. Good kill by Magnum, and that's Boaster down. That's the Viper's Pit down and out of the round, and a desperate attempt now for FNATIC to fight back through. The flash is good, but the kills don't come on the back of it. Counter flashes, Hunter's Fury, tagging them up and dropping them. This is KC fighting back, but Durka and Alpha, they have other ideas. 4 kills already for Magnum. The IGL needs an ace to take it across the line, and Durka's the man standing in between him and that feed. He will not find it. KC, no OT after a 9-3 lead.
Up for contact. He's going to be under pressure immediately, and actually doesn't get out of there. I thought he might have just scraped it.
Now a few bullets pursued him through the wall. 3 players though still here. Big stack out of FNATIC. They've made the right call this time. KC flood in. Martin and Magnum caught off guard, and now they're realizing there's a lot more guns here than they thought. FNATIC just about able to escape with Durka's life. 3 HP. As he goes for the teleport, Chronicle still sitting here. They haven't from mid. Safe plant for spawn, but they're trapped. They're sandwiched, but that gives them 1v1 fights. And now, right, doesn't often lose those. All down to Chronicle.
Yeah, luckily with both of them being low, it was just who could shoot the quickest. Chronicle, though, in these clutch situations, has been devastating. This map in particular has so much history, so many memories, but he needs to try and isolate one of these fights, having no idea where his opponents currently sit from. Shin already just getting information, and it almost needs him to make a pretty catastrophic mistake.
Aggression out of Alfier, having not spotted anybody, decides to go hunting them.
Oh yeah!
That's Shin drop, Smoker down. Thrash in round 3 is used to no success. Boaster able to pick off one. They know that he's still here, having dropped Leo as well. There's no way that they don't account for this player who got a kill just moments ago. The swing is good. Tamazi finds it without the help being needed and ends up finding his teammate Magnum too with a snake bite. Looks like that could be a bit of a problem because the man standing in the 1v2 is Durka. Close fight first, and it's Tamazi with 16 HP. And not the best weapons to have to retake with again. Some players being trapped inside hookah, stingers in hand. Nice shot by Chronicle, but just the one to be found.
Fortunately as well, all the weaponry has been dropped outside B long. Are they going to be able to get back in? Durka's done well. He actually caught the timing on Martine, and now it's left all onto Magnum. 1v3 needed. He's been crispy so far. Needs a little bit more. Needs to deny the diffuser, and now up to just Booster, and he finds all three.
Even in series where he's popping off, things slow down. Just the way that his role works here. A lot of the time it's other players taking the first fight. It was Durka in this round. Alpha backed off and left him for dead, but now he's standing his ground. He's got a teammate with him, Leo up close, blinded, but not expected to be here. The element of surprise grabs one, and he's going for more, running it through. That mosh pit forced him out, much to Narrate's chagrin. Tamazi, the last man standing, 1v3, and the spike not under his control. This is going to be a tough round to win, and we could be witnessing the first for FNATIC.
Definitely hasn't spotted out Chronicle as he attempts to cross.
Just tucking into this corner.
Booster is, if he turns around, I was about to say, it's almost just a game of chicken. Leo again, he tries to do the same, but Tamazi's got down to his own snake bite this time. It was a sacrifice he was willing to make, I guess. Nonetheless, it's come at a much higher cost to the side of FNATIC. The same gambles failing. Boaster blissfully unaware that they could have walked past, and that is, again, if you've played against Nats ever, you should have the expectation that he could do that alone. You see that Viper screen up, you need to be more aware.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the whole reason it's put down is for that cross. The idea to fight back in. It would have already fully rotated. But Alphayear stuck around in this pit, still on long. One on the side as well, with Chronicle following them, pursuing them through the TP to drop Narrate. Now they've got to run into Leo, and there hasn't been a lot of success when that's the plan. Alphayear, though, is with a weaker weapon down below, picking them off. They dealt with Leo, but his buddy was still alive. That's got one. Did it catch the player in the corner? It did. Huge value to be found, but they don't know. They don't know that Tamazi's here. Him being seized almost helps him out in this sense. He's forced into a late flank play. The Chronicle couldn't expect. KC dominating the site now, just Leo to uproot. But that's a big task for any man. 2 kills already, another found, and just one man left down to the classic, and he'll find it. A sensational play by Leo. He actually had one in the last map as well, I believe. Or last time they played this too. Shit, hello. Well, that was a risk that has not quite paid off. They didn't think that Durka was still around here, that anyone from FNATIC would be, but now they're miles ahead. The plans will be secured. There's no denying it. The Viper's pit extending out just in time to catch Chronicle. Magnum's reposition gets him way out of the way. The Thrash from downtown. Not going to be finding anything, but at least clearing this space for Magnum to now reside inside of. KC only have the one-man advantage. Magnum and Martine are both very low. This is still a very winnable round for the side of FNATIC. But they decided to back out. Yeah. This is where I expect they need to show up. 3 is often enough, and maybe it'll have to be beautiful opening pick. Leo's grabbed one. Somehow with the mosh pit, he's still alive, up close and still fighting. Dropped eventually, but the damage is done. He's made it competitive, doable, but difficult.
It seems like Magnum goes from having the best round to the weirdest round every single time. It's like a two-face, a flip of a coin.
Launching smoke.
And this retake's not going to be easy. You've got one weapon only valuable at close range, and the other only valuable at long. Luckily, that's already started fairly well. Martine, though, is back with a vengeance, leaving Durka with everything still to do. He had a full belt of utility, but yeah, it's not worth throwing the operator into the wind.
Just play, and he needs his teammates.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't need his teammate. He doesn't need anyone. Durka's doing it by himself. Free kill onto Martine. That was the wide swing, and now Magnum's trapped in a corner.
Yeah, the problem is the rest of the team have gone in the other direction. Like, they have managed to get those opening kills, and especially with some of the weaker weaponry, I'd say it might allow for an upgrade. Unfortunately, the man who needs an upgrade the most is Boaster. And the other players are now so far away. Leo does still have that Thrash available, but they've got so many angles still to clear. They're going to be able to at least reduce some of the places they need to spot. The fight is going to work out again for Durka. This is looking like his round.
Oh, it's all down to timing, Narrate. He didn't get spotted. I don't think they realized he was here, otherwise they would have sent Thrash back in the other direction. He stood up close, good for one, but the judge is there. The upgrade wasn't needed, and they caught Shin far, far away. He stands almost no chance. The teleport through is expected, ready was Leo. Paranoia here for Shin. A lot of players towards Bath. Alpha's snake bite is good, no escape from Martine. The opening pick goes their way, but the fight back, sure, is traded out, at least.
Allows Alpha almost a raid boss scenario, has a ghost and shields. Magnum, no, okay, it looked like Boaster was sending a fake out. Just running straight towards his opponent, but he'll win the fight anyway. And puts it into a 2 versus 4 scenario. This pistol almost looking guaranteed. I think it definitely is now. Tamazi left 1v4. You need some pretty drastic mistakes from the remaining players of FNATIC, and even though a headshot will be hit.
They make their way in towards Lamps. Boombot covering on the up-close fight. Judge is dangerous, and now they can't really retake that control. Not with this man lurking around. The site itself has been seized. The shot out of Chronicle is absolutely clean. Magnum didn't stand a chance, and that off angle is one they very much needed. This will allow them to get the plant with Chronicle's flash going through. In fact, they're looking to fight. They didn't send the wingman out to plant. They sent him out to find some players, some targets. And those targets were on their back. Chronicle with 3 kills.
Well, he's not quite going to catch them. He doesn't know Tamazi is there. That's a little unlucky.
His team have just been saved by Tamazi. The nade that Narrate's not afraid to push through might give him an angle, but players have already pushed in towards the elbow. Wingman's on site with a free plant, and 4-man elbow push after? There's no way you expect this. Aggression out of Durka. Thrash on his way around. Magnum clearing the site, wondering where those... What the hell was that? Durka! It looked like he was speed running it. Playing a neon, but somehow hitting the headshot. Narrate 1v2. Has a buddy to defuse for him, just needs to defend it long enough, but the shots don't land. FNATIC have come out on top again. Flowed down, staggered slightly. Steps heard, nice connection. That's Alfier down and out. Viper utility no longer to play with. Durka out of the round. And a crazy adjustment from Narrate. KC looked like they'd made the wrong read, the wrong play, but they got right back in it on time. Great course correction. Chronicle's lurk has missed Tamazi. Just managed to thread the needle right up behind, and in fact that is going to be a damning sentence for Leo, who shouldn't expect him, although I think I heard a bullet leave his gun.
He got his gun out just in time.
At least the shot didn't land. Flash close, Shin in a little bit of trouble. Paranoia used, shrouded step for out. Yeah, he's clean, but he's straight into the fire. Manages to make it out. Standing on the other side of this orbital strike, but he's caught immediately. Alfier dropped inside the pit. For Martine. Doesn't have an opportunity to follow up until he goes to the back site and sees Chronicle. Thought he was going to get caught off guard. The spike's gone to B. It should be the plant, and caught off guard or not, Martine will drop. Plant to come through. No denial of it just yet. And in a 2v2, this post-plant position from Magnum could be everything. I don't think they'll expect him to already be here. The steps are heard from Tamazi making his way through hookah. It's just a question of whether Leo will turn from this angle. No, he was watching it the whole time. Even got a little spoiler with the barrel coming around. Just Tamazi left. Defuse to be had. Orb to work with, though. Best play might just be to try stick it inside. And that's not what he's going for. Instead, trying to bait them out. They're going to have to swing this to spam. It looks like they don't believe he's sticking it. 1 kill for Tamazi. Still so much time to run down. Boasters played this perfectly. Well handled. They didn't even know he was there. Nade up and over. It doesn't slow them down. But Boaster actually runs straight through the nade, trying to pursue Shin on the back of the Thrash, but a player close, not expected. Narrate does well to pull it back into their favor, and he does it again. There's no stopping this man. 85 HP and the Thrash online. It's going through. It's straight towards these players. He heard them stepping away, and they run right into the waiting arms of Magnum. Only Chronicle, 1 versus 3 to close this round out. He's spotted now as well. They know exactly where he is. The flash good, but he drops it out of the sky, repositions, catches 2, and an idea of the last player. Flash is perfect, and he's won it! Boombot up and over. Still, the information is the same. Push up by Magnum is good, and he's caught Boaster. That's their way back. Their access to the B site now denied. They might just have to tunnel vision forward, straight into the waiting arms of Martin yet again. He's not finding the first, and now that they're already past, they expect Shin. 3 quick kills, and FNATIC are on the cusp of victory. Magnum's only got 20 HP, and they know he's coming behind. The Seekers lock in that info. Alpha even stepping past his wall, the little gap just enough to reposition. And with Tamazi in spawn, this one looks done.
Magnum's gonna go down. There's nothing more he could be doing, and it will be Daka to finish! After kickoff, questions were asked of FNATIC this season. It might not have been clean,